The Smiley J Artist Zone, a platform for and about independent artists, music, interviews, and much, much more. Now, give it up, your host, Smiley J.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Smiley J Artist Zone, a creative space that's dedicated to independent artists. And I'm your show host, Smiley J. Chit, chat, and music is what I do. So make sure you guys hang out with me each and every week, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to be exact, where I will feature an independent artist to hang out with me and you in the Artist Zone. Who knows, you could be my very next guest. Yes! By the way, if you are an independent artist with music and quality, the music that has been quality mastered and your music is currently available for purchase, go ahead and send me an email. Hit me up, thesmileyjartistzone@gmail.com. Now today I have a great show. Hanging out with me is recording artist, singer, songwriter, D. Monet. Now, D. Monet, she's waiting for me over in the Artist Zone. But before she comes on, you guys know what time it is. You know what I like to do. It's time for Smiley's Info segment.
Smile knows. You wanna know? Smile knows. You wanna know? Smile knows. It's Smile Info segment.
Musicians just want to make music, and it takes money to make music, which means you have to factor in the cost, for your project. And sometimes you even have to put your project aside so you can get those coins together. Now, I'm here to tell you how you can, get some money. And one of the things you can do as an artist is you can apply for a grant. Now, you're probably thinking, oh God. But listen, you got to do the work. It's money out there. You got to go and get it. Now, there are probably more grant-giving organizations out there than you can even imagine. But you got to take the time and seek them out. You got to do the work. Because it ain't coming to you. You got to go and get it. Now, a good place to start is with your local public arts organizations on both the community and state level. Go ahead and, attend some of those local arts events and pay attention to those sponsors who are at some of these events. And network. Give them a card, slip them a card, a business card. But listen, you got to get involved and you got to start building those direct relationships. Now, the more that you are involved at your local arts, with the local arts community, you're going to start meeting people from different organizations and corporations. Now, some of these organizations and corporations, they are the ones that's providing some of these grants. So, build those relationships. Now, before I go, I want to tell you that when you apply for some of these grants, just make sure that you read over them very thoroughly. Make sure that you meet all the eligibility requirements before you apply. Okay? So, that concludes Smiley's Info segment. Go and grab that money, y'all. Now, let me go ahead and introduce today's guest. D. Monet is a lady on the move. She is a classically trained vocalist. She's an arranger and songwriter and musician. This Memphis native and eloquent songstress has been nurturing her vocal gifts since the tender age of 4. She also developed an ear for piano at the age of 7. D. Monet gives inspiration, and she also soaks in inspiration from some of her favorite artists, such as Anita Baker, Oleta Adams, Rochelle Farrell, Stevie Wonder, and Layla Hathaway. D. Monet allows her listeners to travel on her contorted twist of love, successes, and failures. She has only scratched the surface on what her musical journey beholds. So you guys know how we do. I need you to stop what you're doing and help me clap it up and bring on Miss D. Monet. Hey, welcome to the Smiley J Artist Zone. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you, Smiley?
I'm doing well as well. We all well, so that's a good thing.
Yes, thank God. With this pandemic and everything that is going on.
I know. I know. But you know what? This too shall pass. We just got to be safe, and stay out of groups, y'all. All right?
Yes.
Okay. I know we anxious. I'm ready for some live music too, but we got to be safe.
Right. Safety first.
Yes. So I am super excited to have you here today. So let's go ahead and get into our girl chat.
All right. I'm ready. And thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. Yes. We got to, share all this good music to the world who haven't heard it. Those folks who haven't heard it. So I want to congratulate you first on your project, Chrysalis. Am I saying that right? Chrysalis?
Yes. The Chrysalis EP that is out. And then I also released my live album called D. Monet at the Green Room.
Yes. Oh, yes. I checked it out, girl. You did it. So you know what? I also, before I forget, I also want to congratulate you on being selected to serve on the Memphis Artist Advisory Council.
Yes. It is such an honor to be a part of a great organization. They've been very, very helpful to me. And their mission is to be helpful to the Memphis artists, especially during this time, during the pandemic, and of course beyond that as well. So yes, I'm excited about it.
That is awesome. Now listen, just tell us a little bit about what some of your roles are.
So part of my role is to serve on the board, and what we do, we're just now getting into I'm just now getting into this position. And so, we're having meetings and we're having talks on ways to help independent artists at this time, like either coming up with programs and different ideas, and seeing what the needs of the independent artist is, what they're looking for, what they want to see. At this point, we're doing the assessment to see how we can be more of a help as far as the advisory board, because this is actually a new board. Now, Export Memphis has been out for quite a while. Mm-hmm. And so this is a new thing. So we're here to serve the artists. And so
that's what's up. I'm glad you could be a part of that. They made a great selection.
I really appreciate it.
Yes. So listen, I want you to tell our listeners, just give us a little background on your project. And as a matter of fact, go ahead and break down that whole transformation thing down.
Oh my goodness. There's so much to unpack with that. So, me growing up, I was kind of the nice girl, kind of the girl who wore the rose-colored glasses and, thought that you could trust everybody. There's good in everybody. Nobody's going to harm you. If you, do right by people, they'll automatically do right by you. I just assumed and I just thought that respect was automatic. Mm-hmm. And I just found out that was not the case. I found out that being giving and being kind, I thought that was just how you were supposed to be, and not to say that I'm perfect or anything, but that's just kind of my default way that I went out into the world. And then you find out that some people will take advantage of that. They'll suck you dry. That's one of my songs. You give them an inch and they'll take a mile, and they don't really care about how you feel about it. Some people are just all about what they want, and they don't realize sometimes that affects the other person in a major way, And so after having a little bit of downtime, after really getting hit in the head, if you will, with certain situations that happened in my life, one in particular was a physical assault that changed my whole outlook on how I thought about people. And how I thought about what their intentions are when people come to you, because, some people have an agenda. Some people have an intention to harm. Some people have these other things going on in their mind that you really don't, and that was a big eye opener for me. And then with the mentality that I had, I thought that was something that I could easily bounce back from. And I couldn't. I realized that was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. And what it did, it spilled the juice out on me. You know what I mean? Like, it really made me see me, and it made me see, okay, what am I allowing in my life?
I'm glad you mentioned that, accountability and just life lessons, it's real. It's real. Yes. And I really appreciate your honesty and you being transparent in your music. I mean, you have a song called Trauma, which talks about physical assault Now, this is so real because domestic violence is the most common cause of injury to women. Mm-hmm. And I really want to applaud you because, domestic violence isn't something that women or men, want to openly discuss. And you, my dear, you made a song about it.
Yes, I did. And that took a while for me to do that. It took a lot of time for me to really recover from that. And for a long time, I didn't talk about it. For a long time, I isolated myself from people because of the pain. And I didn't even realize it, but it hurt me so deeply. And it just made me realize that there was like a little crack in my soul that I needed to get repaired. But part of why I wrote that song was because it was something that was still bothering me. And I thought I could easily bounce back from it, but I couldn't. And so I really had to put in the work. And part of that journey was actually, and part of that healing process was actually being bold enough to talk about it.
Well, kudos to you and your project. Let me just say to my listeners, just to let you guys know, you're going to have to check out the project. First of all, I love your soulfulness, and I'm naturally drawn to, to a good beat. But, those lyrics, I absolutely love your honesty. So to my listeners, if you want to know what truth feels like and sounds like, then you definitely want to check out Miss D. Monet's music. I promise you are going to truly enjoy it. It's a journey. It's fun. It's real. And, it sounds good. So, I mean, through the healing, your finished project is really nice. So, sorry you had to go through those things, but, the world gets to hear. And, you get to help, someone out there through music because we know that music is healing. So,
that was part of my transformation as well. The way that I was before, as far as being, kind of the rose-colored glasses type of person, it transformed me into okay, well, let me look first. Let me pray about it first. Don't let me just jump into it. Let me take it slow. Let me ask questions. Let me listen to that sign, or let me listen to that intuition, or that, whatever it is that's trying to say, well, hold up, let me listen to the warning signs.
That's right. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Trust your voice. It's real.
Exactly.
Now, you're a woman with many talents and gifts. And I love how you share your musical gifts in other ways outside of recording and performing. We mentioned the advisory council, but you also offer vocal coaching. And now, are you still offering those services?
Yes, matter of fact, I do virtual vocal lessons. I take any levels. I do ages as young as 5 to 17 for the young adults. I do 18 and over. I have clients that are 12 years old. I have clients that are 50 years old. I'm here to help. Yes, I'm here to help and to assist, and I really do enjoy it.
Nice.
Yes.
Now, you yourself, you have studied, under some of opera's greatness, like Grace Bombery, who, to my listeners, she's an American opera singer. She's considered one of the most, leading mezzo-sopranos of her generation. And you also studied under the late, great Vera Little, who I think she's also a Memphis girl.
Vera Little, yes. We had a few workshops with them. It was an amazing experience. They really, really taught us a lot of good techniques for operatic singing, because that was really my first training, actually. Before I got to the soul scene, I was classically trained in opera. And Benny Wilson, she was my vocal coach at Lemoyne College. I studied with her for 4 years. And then as a supplement to that, we had Grace Bombery, Vera Little. We had the opportunity to study abroad in Pisa, Italy.
Nice.
Yes, it was so amazing. It was an intense training under Piluralba Sordaga. A world-renowned vocal trainer. And it was very interesting, but even those techniques that I learned, I was able to take those to the soul scene. as well. So it was amazing.
And we're so glad that you did. Yes. Now you also you had the opportunity to share the stage with Eric Roberson, and you performed background vocals with Dave Hollister. Now, how long were you with Dave?
Oh, with Dave, it was just a couple of months. It was brief. It was me and three other girls from Memphis, Cache Morganfield, Latoya Strong, Tamara Jones-Munger. It was really, really cool for the time that we were there. And then also I had the opportunity to perform with Eric Roberson. Wonderful guy, awesome guy, humble guy, super talented guy.
Everybody loves Eric.
He's so lovable. He is. And the experience on stage with him was just euphoric. I mean, I felt like a little kid, and somebody just gave me the opportunity to shine with them. It was one of the highlights of my career. I will never forget that moment.
Nice.
I'll never forget it. So yeah, it was great. It was great.
Nice. Shout out to Eric. He's a nice guy and always giving folks opportunities. That's what's up.
Yes. God bless him.
Yes. So tell my listeners, what is alkaline music?
So alkaline music is what I coin as music that heals.
Mm-hmm.
So
like that.
Yes. And so I kind of use the philosophy of Dr. Sabi. And I've had the opportunity to work with Dr. Sabi's sister's office and brother-in-law. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that Dr. Sabi has mentioned is that disease cannot exist in an alkaline body. So you need, certain foods, you need herbs and things like that to heal your body and keep your body in a certain state to avoid disease and dis-ease, as they call it. And so that's kind of how I like to refer to my music with alkaline music. You can't have any disease or any problems when you're listening to my music.
Love it. And, we all can use a little alkaline in our lives. So go ahead, y'all, get alkaline. Yes.
Even though I talk about some things that have been hurtful or painful, the musical elements behind it are intended to heal, because I know that there's something bigger than me that helps to send this message, or the messages that I have to send.
Yes. And you know what? For me today, for this interview was just deciding which one of your songs I wanted to play, because I just want to let the whole thing play out. But so I thought that I would feature Annie Boy today. What you think?
Okay, yeah, that's my groove.
Okay, my groove too. Yes. Well, you know what? We're gonna get that on in a few minutes. But listen, there is never enough time to cover everything, but I must mention, and I must, again, I want to commend you on your community activism. I mean, because I did read somewhere that you was once selected as the spotlight artist for Black Music Month.
Yes.
For making a difference in Memphis community. What's up, y'all? That's what's up.
Yes, that was so awesome. Shout out to Ampro Style Gel.
Okay. Yes. You know what, y'all? She gives us good music, and she also, put in her time serving her community. That's what's up. And I want to thank you for stopping by in the zone. But before you go, I want you to tell the folks out there, how they can download all of your music, on social media. Look, and where they can get it directly. Okay.
Thank you. So here's the deal. Everybody, I just want you to know that, I believe that the digital outlets and streams are a really easy way for you to get your music out there. But truth be told, the streaming qualities of that, the amount that you get per stream is very, very low. So if you go directly to my website and you purchase my album for $14.99, that is equivalent to 20,000 YouTube streams.
Go ahead and educate, girl.
Yes, one YouTube stream is 0.000, I think one more zero, and then 69 cents per stream. So there's not much money that artists get, even though they put a lot of work into their music.
And money.
and money.
Yes.
You know, so the proceeds, we're getting way less than pennies. So I would just like to encourage you, if you like my music, if you want to support me and really to help me to grow, I encourage you to go directly to my website, which is www.dmonetmusic.com. That's DMONET music.com. If you want to follow me on Facebook, if you want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, you can go to the same place. That's D Monet Music. That's DMONET music.
Boom, you have it. Thank you so much for hanging in, and I'm going to be looking forward to hearing more good music. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and rock out on all your music because I got my download. Yes, I did. I support. Yes, I do. I support all my indie artists. And listeners, I want you to do the same. So go directly to her website and download her music. Thanks again for hanging out. Be well and stay safe. Peace.
Hi, this is recording artist Tip Space, and you are in the Smiley J Artist Zone.
If y'all feel like dancing, it's okay, Y'all don't have to be that serious, That was a serious song, but we're here for D-Monet in the green room, okay? So y'all can rock, you can stand up and dance if you want to. You can do all that. You can groove, you can groove tonight, You can groove it and move it and soothe it and do it, yeah. You would have learned your lesson right now. Stealing, taking, and faking. You didn't get it back then, and you don't get it now. The way you do people, it ain't right. So you need to be careful now, 'cause you're gonna pay the price. Think you're hurting us? No, you better watch your step, 'cause you're hurting yourself and you don't even see. Help me say, my heart is crying. If you don't stop it, you're through. Give your money, we even put a roof over your head, but you're still low down and dirty. I feel so sorry for your baby girl. You said you would fix my car. You said you would build my house. You said you would pay my bills. You said you would help me out. You said, what's really going on in your head? You burned your bridges, you tried the next. My heart is crying for you. Ooh, yeah. If you don't stop, for you. What you sell? You really think it's all about you? Shoe fly shoe, you remove from the mix big crew. Look around and you won't have anybody left. Yeah. Hey boy, if you don't stop getting through. You you got to do that, boy? Why you got to be so silly? I don't understand. You better watch your step. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. We gonna do it again, y'all. Come on. Say 44 years old, ducking out all these hoes. 44 years old, ducking out all these hoes. 44 years old, ducking out all these, ducking out all these, ducking out all these, ducking out all these, ducking out all these hoes. 44 years old, ducking out all these hoes. 44 years old, ducking out all these hoes. 44 years old, 44 years old, ducking out all these, ducking out all these, ducking out all these, ducking out all these hoes. These hoes. Ducking out all these hoes. Ducking out all these hoes. Ducking out all these hoes.
All right. I want to thank all of my listeners for sticking around and hanging with me to the end. And a big thank you to today's guest, Miss D. Monet. Thank you, sister, for hanging out with me and sharing all that you've been through and using music as a tool to heal and help others. And y'all be sure to check out her latest project, Live at the Green Room. And most importantly, make sure that you purchase and download her music directly from her website, because it makes a big difference. We said we're going to do better than the 2-1 by supporting all the indie artists of the world. No shortcuts, okay? So go ahead and go directly to her website and download her project. And don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Smiley J Artist Zone in your favorite podcast platform. So I'm going to need you guys to join me next week, same time, same place. Until then, be well, stay safe, and remember to listen to good music. Your ears will thank you for it. I'm Smiley J, and I'm out of here.